過ぎた季節が嘘だとしても重ねたぬくもりは嘘じゃない君が残した背中の傷跡は今もずっと甘くてだからずっと痛くて
Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leon Mookie here, and today I'm giving you guys a new fanfic story for you. This will be the last, fanfic I'm going to be creating for this year. This is It's Hero Time DxD, a Ben 10 / Highschool DxD fanfic. And honestly, I'm surprised that, not a lot of people do this. Actually, there are quite a people that do this on fanfic.net. However, there's one problem. They always stop at a certain period in time where they don't even finish whatsoever. And it's kind of like that kind of pisses me off. Same thing also goes on Wattpad as well. So I decided, since barely any new chapters come out and they're always stopped on a freaking deadline, so I decided, hey, why not make one myself? So I decided to make one myself. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Letting you guys know now that this will take place right after season 6. Basically the end of the Ben 10 original timeline after Omniverse, where Ben and Rook find out the secrets of the universe and defeated Maltruit with that of the Big Bang. So yeah, Ben is basically a pro at being a hero now. But I wonder on how you guys are going to how the world of Highschool DxD is going to integrate into the world of Ben 10, with aliens versus facing against that of devils, fallen angels, and many other supernatural creatures, which isn't too far off given that magic does exist in this series, in Ben 10 after all. So yeah, any rate, with enough said, let's get into this, shall we guys? Chapter 1, Back to School, in the town of Bellwood, where Plumber's HQ is located. Back with Ben and alongside his plumber partner Rook are doing their thing as always, taking down a bunch of alien baddies to save the day, as they're facing against their always recurrent enemies, the Vrito brothers, as they decided to rob a bank of Bellwood, with then both Rook and Ben chasing after them, with Rook being in his ship, with then Ben saying, "Get me close, Rook. I'm going to take them down right here and now." Saying, "Just try. Don't do anything too flashy, Ben." With Ben saying, "Flashy? You know that's my style more than anything." As he soon turns on the Omnitrix, switch the dial before opening the ship's side door, before jumping out and turning into Astral Dactyl, as turning into that of the pterodactyl-like alien, and soon sending energy blast from his back, flying to the Rito brothers' ship that almost looks like that of a pickup truck, with then soon Octagon and Rhomboid trying to flee from Ben. However, Ben, using his energy whips, soon destroy that of the float system of their ship, as it soon crashed down below into the streets of Bellwood. As the two soon skid down, they soon jump out of the Trump ship, with then they having their weapons out, with then Rook catching up as well, having his Omni tool by his side, preparing to fight back as well. With then Rhomboid saying, sometimes I think the two of you have a beef with the both of us. With then Ben in Astrodactyl form saying, well, not me. I mean, I'm okay. I'm actually okay with beating you guys up sometimes. Rook, on the other hand, I'm pretty sure he's still holding a grudge against the two of you. With then Rook saying, indubitably, that is definitely the truth. With then Rhomboid saying, oh, but it's what we, but you guys just can't let us go at least this once. We're asking, especially for Mama's sake. With then Ben saying, no promises, I won't lie. But even so, do your worst if you guys can. With Sue, it becomes that of a standoff. With soon Octagon and Rhomboid were about to fire as there was no energy. With then soon Octagon saying, Rhomboid saying, yes, Octagon, did you charge our blasters? Saying, I think so. Did you make sure to replace them so they don't overheat and explode on us? With then Rhomboid saying, no, I believe I forgot, Octagon. With then Sue, Ben grabs onto Rook as the two fly off. With then, as both Rito brothers still hold on to their blasters, it soon creates that of a red explosion, creating a crater in the center of the street, with no remaining of the Rito brothers. With then soon Rook saying, that just happened. Saying, don't worry. After all, they'll come back. They always do, after all. Well, given that Mama Rito does have a cloning machine, would think, indubitably. Sometimes I believe we should destroy that, actually. With then saying, and piss off Mother Rito? Yeah, I'm not doing that. Also, you forget that my mom is best friends with her too. Did you? With soon Ben transforming back to normal. With that, with soon Rook saying, don't remind me. Anyway, we should head back to Plumber HQ and finish up. Saying, right. Plumbers will probably take care of the Rito brothers' ship right now. With soon Ben getting a call from his watch saying, Ben, come back to your parents' home. There's something me and your parents want to talk about. With saying, well, that's surprising. If my parents are in this, maybe I should. Saying, change of plans, Rook. You think you could drop me back at my place before you head back to HQ? With Rook smiling, saying, anytime, partner. With that, Rook dropped Ben off back at his place, saying, see you later on, Rook. With Ben soon heading to his house, coming through the door, saying, I'm home. As he soon looks in the living room, seeing that both his parents and Grandpa Max aren't there, as they soon head into the kitchen, as he sees his parents and his grandpa, the man who's been somewhat as his mentor and is somewhat his consciousness throughout his time as a hero. With then saying, so what's this all about, Grandpa? Saying, Mom, Dad? With then Ben's mom saying, take a seat, sweetie. With soon Ben's dad saying, Ben, you've been doing great as a hero, and you've been amazing and doing an amazing job at it as always. And even so, we still want to support, and we still wish to support you and keep on supporting you as always, especially since Dad has always been saying that you've been doing well as a hero as well. With then saying, aw, thanks guys, I appreciate the praise, but I feel like there's a but coming into this. With soon Ben's mom saying, oh wow, he's really starting to notice things. With saying, hey. With soon his mom saying, it's about your education. saying, what about it? With soon, as Max has stayed quiet, Ben's parents continue talking, with his mom saying, ever since you turned 17, you've barely gone to school at all. And we understand that being a hero is somewhat of a job and a sense of duty and all that. But with Ben's dad saying, we still want you to have that of a proper education, and so we decided to enroll you back into school. You'll still do your duties, and Max has basically made it a thing where you can instead of working on the weekends, you can have at least a couple days doing what you do best. Saying, okay, I can work with that. So when do I expect to go to Bellwood High School again? With then Max saying, that's the thing, Ben, you're not. With soon, Ben saying, wait, what? With soon, Ben saying, you want me to tell him or should I? With then both Ben's parents look at each other saying, I think you should be the one to tell him this. He won't snap at you the most. With soon Ben saying, whoa. From the words that you guys are saying, it's saying that I'm basically I'm not going to a school here even in Bellwood. With then Max saying, you're not. Both your parents have decided, along with my help and influence even from the plumbers, we decided to send you to a school in Japan, actually. It's quite prestigious. And to be fair, you're only going to be there for 1 year. Saying, wait, 1 year? And saying, I'm going to Japan? Outside of the country? But what about my duties here in Bellwood? Hey, heck, what am I gonna... Hey, I'm normally always off planet as well. How am I supposed to do my job if I'm not, here? With Ben basically sulking, having his head down on the table, before raising up saying, is there like a plumber's branch in Japan? I mean, I know that there's some in that of, the United Kingdom and even Spain. But what about Japan? With then Max basically scratching the back of his head before turning around saying, we don't have a branch in Japan, unfortunately. Saying, what? With then soon Max basically saying, well, I'll explain that later on. But why don't the two of you explain why he'll be going to Kuo? With then soon Ben's dad saying, right. As he clears his throat, saying, Ben, Kuo Academy is one of the best and most prestigious schools, not just in Japan, but almost the entire world. Working there, you'll have better outlets on jobs outside of just being, a hero. Saying, I'm pretty sure being a hero is more important than having a job to the 9 to 5 in an office chair. But I'm basically saying I got no choice in this. Am I right? With then Ben's mom saying, personally, no, but it's for your own good. With soon saying, Grandpa, how can you allow this? Saying, I had no choice too. My fingers were tied as well. And you know how your dad Carl can be. Saying, very funny, Dad. With soon Ben sulking, but then Max getting out from his seat saying, come on, Ben. Oh, don't worry. You'll have I made a deal with your parents that allow you to have at least your car and your bike back where you're going. You'll have your very own apartment. However, you will have people looking out for you as well. You won't be there in Japan all by yourself. Think, couple of plumbers like Tetrax. Well, hey, will even Rook be there with me? I mean, he's been my partner for almost an entire year, for crying out loud. With Max saying, unfortunately, we can't spare any plumbers to, look after you. And Rook has been doing a pretty good job here in Bellwood, so I don't want to, well, switch transpositions just yet, even though I know he can basically handle himself if I do. Saying, huh, yeah, that is Rook for you. Dude's way too adapted for his own good. So who's going to be looking after me? With Max saying, I have a brother. You do know I have an older brother, right? Saying, oh yeah, Grand Uncle Tim, if I recall. With then saying, yes, he actually moved to Japan about many years ago. Started a family there too. His daughter, your aunt, will actually be looking after you alongside her husband and their son. Saying, okay, what's her name? With then Max saying, your aunt is Miki Hayato. Her husband is Goro Hayato, and their son, your cousin, is Issei Hayato. Saying, huh, okay, I kind of get it. With Max saying, they'll just come over, see how you're doing, check on you, and I've already contacted them about this situation, so you got nothing to worry about. Saying, okay. With then Max, as soon both Max and Ben are out of earshot from Ben's parents, saying there's also another reason on why we're sending you to Japan. Saying, okay, what is it, Grandpa? With then Max saying, Japan, there are multiple plumber bases across the planet Earth after all, besides just here in Bellwood. However, when it comes to Japan, when we send alien agents there, none of them know about aliens whatsoever. With soon Ben's eyes widening, saying, you're joking. Saying, I only wish. Every time when we try to make a base in Japan, it always ends up going south. We always end up losing many agents out there. And the agents that do come back always come back, and that's quite bandaged up and end up being retired from being plumbers. Whatever's going on, it's quite something. Saying, well, great. So I'm guessing I'm going there to try and figure things out. Exactly. And the places on where the plumbers mostly go to is this town. The town of Kuo. The very place on where you're going to school at. Has been thinking, well, I guess things won't be too crazy. So I'll still be going to try and get my high school diploma, but I'm also going to be working as a plumber to figuring out why Japan doesn't know anything about aliens. Actually, now that I think about it, if they don't know about aliens, how the heck do they not know about the incursion invasion? With then Max saying, we tried our best to do damage control as much as possible, but when it comes to a full-on alien invasion, that's literally impossible to hide. However, when it came to Japan, they completely and utterly, closed themselves off. And Japan isn't the only one. Italy is also the same way. But we already know the reasons on why the people in Italy are pretty ignorant about aliens there. And we do have a branch there as well, so we understand. So we got nothing to worry about that, at least for now. Think with Ben getting curious about his grandpa saying about that. Think, okay, so I'm going to be looking over on this front of the world. And so what do I do if I give you any information? Contact us. And if you need any backup, don't be afraid to say. Remember, Rook's still your partner. I'm going to be explaining the situation to him as well. If you need any backup, don't be afraid to ask. I know you've done so much for the universe and saved it on multiple times, Ben. But there are some things on this not just in this galaxy, but also on this very planet that we live in, that I know that you can't handle by yourself. With hearing this, Ben saying, the old me would have basically saying that I know I can handle things, and you got nothing to worry about. I still want to say it, and I basically did, but I will at least take your advice, Grandpa. I promise. Think good. With Max basically hugging Ben, saying, I'm going to miss you, grandson. I really do mean it. With Ben saying, me too, Grandpa. Me too. With that, they soon go back into the kitchen, with Ben saying, okay, I'll accept it. I'll accept on going to Kuo Academy. I won't like it, but I will at least tolerate this for you guys, seeing on how much you worry about me. With both Ben's mom and dad actually feeling somewhat happy and glad this. With soon Ben's mom saying, oh, I'm so glad, sweetie. But also with then she hugging Ben alongside his dad as well. With saying, guess got no choice. And also, just like Grandpa said, gotta look up on the reason on why people in Japan don't know anything about aliens. And if that's the case, then soon Ben just have a realization saying, then that none of them would know about me. As literally for 2 years straight, Ben has gotten used to being a celebrity, given him being a hero after all. So basically going to a country where nobody knows that he's a hero or a big deal at all is going to be somewhat overwhelmingly and going to bruise his ego after all. With that, Ben basically silently cries to himself, realizing this. 1 week has now gone by, with Ben basically saying his goodbyes to everyone back at the plumber's base, saying his goodbye to Rook as well, with Rook saying that he'll do his best and support people here in Bellwood and that of Undertown as well, but then basically making a comment that at least many of the businesses in Undertown will be glad that he's going to be gone, with soon Ben saying, okay, that's a low blow. When did you start becoming more witty? With then Rook actually having a smile saying, being your partner has actually grown my sense of humor at least a little bit. with soon Ben couldn't help but smile, saying, touche. With the two having that of a fist bump before hugging it out. With then, as for Ben's car, the DX Mark 10 and his 10-speed will be heading to Japan alongside with him. As for his time cycle, on the other hand, that will be staying in Bellwood Plumbers HQ, given that that's both not just Ben's, but also Rook's, primary travel. If Ben really needs it, then Grandpa Max will let him have it. But other than that, Ben is getting ready for his plane ride. As for the week, he was getting his stuff ready alongside learning on how to speak Japanese. But somehow, thanks to Blukich and Driba, they were able to have a function on the Omnitrix where it already has an automatic translation for every alien language in the galaxy, and even in the Andromeda galaxy as well. It also gave Ben the chance to also translate Japanese here on Earth as well, which makes it a lot more easier for the Tennyson. With that, Ben is now getting ready for to get ready for the plane ride to Japan, as he's soon waiting in the airport. With then soon time basically stops, with Ben saying, wait, saying, yeah, That makes sense. Come out, Professor Paradox, with soon the lab coat wearing, time mechanical glove having, and dimensional time traveling Professor Paradox, an ally of Ben, shows himself, saying, "Ah, Ben, my boy, how are you doing? I've heard that you plan on going to Japan right now. Back to school as always. Letting you know, good education is good and all." Saying, "Ha, yeah, save it. I know you're already aware of this. After all, you are a time traveler." Saying, "Unfortunately, Ben, that's not the case, actually." Saying, "Wait, what? Personally, I didn't see this coming. Originally, after you defeating Maltruids, you were supposed to go on an adventure in space, and alongside Rook, Gwen, and Kevin, actually." Saying, "Wait, what? So why am I..." That's the thing I want to figure out. The thing I want to let you know, certain places on Earth that don't know anything about aliens existing. So I'm pretty sure your grandpa's already told you this, saying, "Yeah, Grandpa Max already told me that, people in Italy and surprisingly Japan don't know that I'm the greatest hero of the universe." Saying, yes, you are, but there's a reason for that." Saying, "There is? There are some things on this planet that not even the plumbers are aware of, except a select few, counting your grandfather among them, actually. And possibly even your cousin might have figured things out as well." With then Ben saying, "Gwen? How does she..." You're going to be going into a world not of aliens, but of magic. Just letting you know. Saying, "Magic? I'm not good with that stuff. If that's the case, then why didn't Grandpa just send Gwen instead? I'm pretty sure he didn't want to ruin our chances in college, Ben, my boy." Saying, "Okay, yeah, I get it. I wouldn't want to do that to her too. That's fair. But still, any rate. So what am I basically going against?" Saying, "You'll be facing against beings who are unbelievably strong. Nothing that you can't face against. After all, you've gone through so many things yourself, after all." Saying, "That's true. I think I have. But there's nothing wrong with getting at least a little bit of an upgrade. Isn't that right, Asmith?" With soon seeing the creator of the Omnitrix, a small gray-like alien, which is that of a Galvin, the creator of the Omnitrix, Asmith, saying, "I still can't believe you talked me into doing this." Saying, "Upgrade? Whoa, hold up, Asmith, are you..." With Asmith cutting him off, saying, "I'm giving you access to certain aliens that you haven't had access in years. Not only that, I'm also giving you certain access and controls, allowing your time limit to go at least a little bit further." Saying, "Whoa, seriously?" Saying, don't push it, Tennyson. This is still a way to make sure that it doesn't mess up your DNA. So don't get any crazy ideas. Am I getting master? You're not getting master control. I did say you would wait until your 18th birthday. Saying, "Oh, seriously, that's no fun." However, I'm also giving you this. Paradox, with Paradox soon having something in his mechanical glove, as it seems like that of a gemstone. However, to Asmith, it's actually... This will allow you access to your ultimate aliens once again. With Ben caught off guard, saying, "Wait, you're giving me the heightened DNA evolution function again? I thought you said you hated that." "Oh, trust me, I hate it. I hate it with a passion when basically rapidly aging DNA to the point, especially during a point of a ravaged, apocalyptic, and barren planet landscape is not worth it. and it totally destroys everything that makes the alien species what it is. But given that you've actually been using your ultimate aliens properly, unlike that worthless former apprentice of mine, Albedo, I guess maybe I'll allow this, but only after your duty in Japan is taken care of. I've also allowed the Omnitrix to scan DNAs even beyond that of the human species here on this planet, saying, "Wait, what? There are things beyond this planet that's beyond even humans?" With soon Paradox saying, "That's exactly what I wanted to talk to you, my boy, before you got on your plane ride. That in this planet, there are some things in this world that most people do not know about, or rather, that they like to keep secret. I am talking about the world of the supernatural." With Ben soon saying, "Isn't that basically the same as aliens?" With soon Paradox saying, "Oh boy, I guess I should explain. Aliens are basically have been a part of the human race for years. Tetraman basically influencing the Egyptians, Galvin basically the reason behind Stonehenge after all, and in many other alien races for the reasons behind human civilization. However, what if I told you that there are creatures or beings that hide behind humans actually and influence them for years, or rather, they need humanity to survive and live. Without their beliefs, without working with them, they will not exist. I'm talking about beings such as angels, fallen angels, and devils." Saying, "Wait, you're serious?" "Absolutely, my boy. These creatures are far more stronger than normal humans. They live longer than normal humans as well. They're similar. You could say that they have the powers on what aliens have, but however, they're powered by that of magic, than the power of DNA itself. Because due to that, they must live. There's other things I should tell you about them. The current supernatural species that most people have their eyes on are that of the three races of angels, fallen angels, and devils." With saying, "So gods really do exist." With then Aspen saying, "Tell me about it. I was surprised when I heard it too. But they're not God. Think of them as higher forms of evolutions. Not really gods, actually. Higher life forms. Basically the very things that the high breed believed they were, but in fact they weren't." Saying, "Okay, I get it. So basically, those in the supernatural think that they're basically think that they're better than normal humans, but in fact they're not. Basically unlike how aliens look down on humans as well." "Precisely, my boy." With then Paradox saying, "But like I was saying, these three races have been in a war for generations. They have now just started in that of a cold war, and the slightest thing could set off another war between them. And it wouldn't just involve them. Other supernatural creatures from other pantheons and legends would get involved. There might even be a chance Gwen and Kevin might get involved, given Gwen's connection to magic as an Anodite." With soon Ben saying, "I can't let that happen." Saying, "Then I guess you better make sure to keep an eye on them. They're most prevalent in Japan, after all." Saying, "Seriously?" Saying, "Seriously. Just let you know. Just keep your guard up and make sure that nothing bad happens to yourself. Be the hero that you've always been, Ben Tennyson." With soon, Aspen's done adjusting the Omnitrix saying, "And done. There you go. I've given you access to many aliens that you have fought against and become for years. that also gives you, and I gave you your ultimate aliens in a longer, well, period of time in alien forms as well. Let you know now. Don't take it for granted too much like you did when you were a child. Ben Tennyson saying, I get it. Geez, Asmith, I'm not the same kid as I used to be. Even if I do act like it, I won't lie. With Ben saying, but Paradox, Asmith, thank you. Thank you for preparing me and warning me on what I need to look out for. Because now, Ben Tennyson, the greatest hero, is ready. And I'm ready to go. Saying, excellent. Well, be safe. And I hope we meet again, Ben Tennyson. With soon, Asmith saying, good luck, Tennyson. I'll be hoping that you'll always do as you always done. Surprise my expectations. With now 2 of the smartest beings in the entire universe soon leave, as time now resumes. With Ben looking at his new and improved Omnitrix, saying, whoa, Asmith does know what he's doing, that's for sure. With then getting, as soon he hears his plane, saying, alright, better get going, and better be prepared as well. With that, Ben soon heads to his plane and heads to Japan. At Kua Academy and a certain student council room, where that's of a young woman with that of short black hair, red frame glasses, and quite the, well, regular body size, sips some tea as looking over the new transfer students, as saying, that's quite interesting. With soon another young woman with that of long black hair, wearing also frames of glasses and also having heterochromatic eyes, as she has that of a quite voluptuous and mature figure, saying, what is it, Madam President? With saying, it's this new transfer student that we're getting into the year. I was preparing for Reese's new bishop for the school, but we just got this new transfer just about a couple weeks ago, actually. Turns his name saying he's an American, actually. Benjamin Kirby Tennyson. He's basically an average student, hasn't really finished school, and I originally heard that he was quite skilled in soccer actually, when he was just starting high school. But he soon quit, unfortunately. Saying, is there a reason why? Saying, not really. With then, the door to the student council room opens, as it's soon being a girl with that of silver white hair, with that of blue eyes, and she has quite the buxom and curvaceous figure as well. With saying, Madam President, I've brought the documents that you needed from many of the teachers. Saying, thank you, Momo. With bring them over here so I can see them. I'll get to them in a little bit. Saying, yes, ma'am. As she soon brings the documents over, she soon saying, wait, that person. With soon, so the student council president saying, you know him, Momo? Saying, well, no, not actually, but I have heard of him and I've actually seen him before on the internet and on YouTube videos, actually. With soon Tsubaki saying, oh, is he some kind of internet star? With soon Momo, the girl that's normally prim, proper, and quiet, actually saying, some internet star? Are you kidding me? Madam Vice President? This is Ben Tennyson. He's the greatest star in all of America. With soon, the student council president, Sona Shitori, or Sona Citri, as she is a devil, basically saying, a superstar. And Momo, you've never acted like this before. Saying, I mean, I'm sorry, but this is Ben Tennyson. He's literally famous in America. Actually, hell, I'm pretty sure he's famous all across the world. I've seen his videos. He basically transforms into these weird creatures and basically fights against a bunch of bad guys. But I'm pretty sure it's just a reality show. It's just a little, well, internet TV show that they do on set and all that. But surprisingly, I wonder why he's coming to Japan, or especially to Kuo. Oh, what am I saying? It's going to be awesome and amazing. Then Momo couldn't help but began thinking, as her face is blushing red. Soon, Sona and Tsubaki look at each other saying, if he's quite this famous, why haven't I heard about him yet? Even if he's basically an internet star, it's still surprising. Then Tsubaki saying, that's what I want to know as well. We should be able to know something about him if he's that famous in the United States. Well, it can't be helped. If it's not that important, then we shouldn't have to worry about it, Madam President. With Sona saying, yes, you're right. We've already accepted him into the school. He'll arrive most likely by tomorrow. But soon, Momo saying, Madam President, if you want me to show him around, I could be the one to do so. Saying, actually, that would be quite great. He's going to be in your classroom after all. Soon, Momo saying, really? Yes, he's going to be starting his 3rd year here in Kuo. So, please look after him. Will you? Then Momo basically putting her hands together and soon bowing her head saying, of course, Madam President, I will do my best. With that, she soon saying, is there anything else that you wish for me to do? Soon saying, no, that'll be all. You can go back to doing your contract work after. Saying, yes, thank you. I will do that. After saying that, soon Momo leaves the room. Then Tsubaki saying, Momo's actions really did cut me off guard. Saying, you're not the only one, Tsubaki. But then saying, but let's just keep an eye on Ben Tennyson. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to read them. So, what did you guys think of the first chapter? I wanted to basically start things off with that of a bang, after all. And starting off with Ben getting a mission from Max to look up the reason on why people in Japan do not know about aliens. And it's going to be quite something, actually. So, hope you guys enjoyed that and the reason why. But also, you guys are going to be wondering, yes, Ben is going to have a harem as well. But it's not going to be a big harem. It's just going to be that composed of only 3 girls. If you guys are wondering, will Ben get with Kai? I'm just going to break this outright. And I know some of you guys might be out there thinking that I'm a dumbass for doing this, but I don't really like Kai and Ben together. Like, far from it. I'm not really a shipper. I don't really ship them together. And personally, they barely have any chemistry whatsoever. Far from it. So, yeah. If you guys hate me for basically, removing Kai from being Ben's, canon main wife and all that, then, yeah, I don't really give a shit. I'm doing what I want and how I want to do it. So, yeah. Ben gets a small little harem. And that's how it's going to be. At any rate, if you guys like this, please subscribe. Please hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification, keep up to date with my videos when I upload on this channel. check out my Discord, my gaming channel, my main channel, and my Patreon. All link in description below. So, with all that said, this is Leo Mookie, signing out. Later, guys. I hope you all take care.